And a good test again here today for Roman Bravo Young. Rayvon Foley of Michigan State, 10-4 on the season. As two wrestlers shake hands and we're underway. Foley 10-4 on the season, 1-2 in the Big Ten. But it is Bravo Young in on the right leg and quickly pops behind for the takedown and a 2-0 lead for Bravo Young, who's looking for his 45th consecutive bout victory. 8-0 in the season, 88-9 in his career is Roman Bravo Young. Rayvon Foley, again, 10-4 in the season, 113-33 in his career. He's a sixth-year senior, is Foley, out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, and Pioneer High School, where he was a Michigan State champ. Foley, it's never been on the podium. He's been a threat the last couple of times, but four-time NCAA qualifier, took sixth at the Big Ten tournament last year. Also had third, sixth, and seventh place finishes previously. Working out on the left side here is Bravo Young. Bravo Young coming off the 4-2 win over Dylan Ragusin of Michigan on Friday night at the Jordan Center. Over a minute now in riding time advantage for Bravo Young as he continues to work. Out at the edge of the mat here now on Foley. Foley gets posted up to his right knee, stands, and off the edge of the mat they go, with Bravo Young leading 2-0, 1:32 left to wrestle here in the opening period. On the restart, Foley is set. Bravo Young on the left elbow. Up under the arms comes Bravo Young. Foley to his feet. Bravo Young will go ahead and release him for the escape, and they'll start circling to the right here with Bravo Young leading 2-1, 1:19 in riding time advantage posted for Roman Bravo Young. Bravo Young drops in here on the left leg, picks up on that leg, tries to trip him down, now does trip him to the mat, and he takes a 4-1 lead with the second takedown of the opening period. Bravo Young hanging onto that left ankle, and we get the count up to 4. Then he lets the ankle go and drives Foley off the far edge. Just under a minute remaining in the opening period. Bravo Young leads at 4-1 with a minute 30 seconds in riding time advantage now posted. As Bravo Young sets up on the left elbow. Foley trying to work his way out, cannot. Bravo Young locking in on that left side, tying up here on the left wrist for a moment. Now Bravo Young over to the right side with his hips, back to the left. Still working up under the arms, and now he comes under that left arm, and he's trying to power Foley over. Foley gets back to his chest for a moment. Bravo Young cranking up on that left shoulder here as he comes over the shoulder and now tries to drive through the legs. Foley fights that off. Bravo Young still in control, coming over to the right side with his hips, maintaining control with the double thigh pry here. 20 seconds left in period 1. Penn State leads this dual meet 3-0 after the Gary Steen upset of 24th ranked Tristan Lujan in sudden victory 3-1. First period will come to an end with Roman Bravo Young leading 4-1. 2:29 in riding time advantage for the Nittany Lions senior from Tucson, Arizona. And Foley chooses neutral to start the second. 4-1, Bravo Young with the lead as he pulls in here on the head of Foley. And work his way back in, tying up now on the wrist for a moment. Drops in on that right leg, has the ankle, and Foley kicks out of there. 1:40 remaining in the second. Foley tries to shoot in, comes up empty. Bravo Young still working here in the center of the mat, trying to snap and go. Now pulls in on the head, drops in on the right thigh. Now ties up on the right elbow, has the right knee as well, and now just settles in out on the right side, driving through for the takedown. And Roman Bravo Young has a 6-1 advantage. And he's trying to pull in here on the head of Foley. Foley working from his knees here with a minute remaining in period 2. Foley is up and out for the escape. The lead is 6-2 for Roman Bravo Young. RBY now pulling in on the head here of Foley. Lowering his level, shooting on the legs. We've got a stall warning issued against Foley. Bravo Young in on that left leg, trying to step behind. Does get behind and secures the takedown for an 8-2 advantage. 35 seconds left here in period 2. Penn State leads the dual meet 3-0. Roman Bravo Young out to an 8-2 lead, and now over 3 minutes of riding time advantage for Bravo Young as he continues to work on top, out on the left side with a one-on-one on that left wrist. Foley struggling underneath right now. Down to 10 seconds remaining in the period. Bravo Young continuing to work out on the right side. And we will head to the third period with Roman Bravo Young leading 8-2. He has 3:27 in riding time advantage on the board. And it'll be Foley taking bottom. So Bravo Young was the wrestler who took neutral to start the second. And now Bravo Young over to the right side with his hips here. Foley is out for the escape. And the lead is 8-3 for Roman Bravo Young. Riding time point is assured, so it's really a 9-3 lead here for Bravo Young. 3:34 again in riding time advantage as he drops in on a double drive through and gets a quick takedown here. And Bravo Young makes it 10-3 on the board. 10-4 now on the board as he cuts Foley loose. Bravo Young staying low, trying to work back in on the leg. He gets a hold of the right knee for a moment. We got a stall warning issued against Foley as he kicks free. That'll be a point for Bravo Young. So it's 11-4 on the board, and it's really 12-4 again with that riding time point already assured. Bravo Young trying to get back in on the leg. Does get a hold here of the left knee. Foley trying to whizzer out of it, cannot, and Bravo Young easily steps behind Foley for the takedown as we go under a minute remaining in the third. We'll factor in the riding time point here, and it's a 14-4 lead for Bravo Young as they go off the edge of the mat with 55.3 seconds left here in the third period. Foley trying to get to his feet. Bravo Young brings him back to his knees here in the center, now trying to work out on the right side. And trying to power him over is Bravo Young as he catches the head and now steps over on the chest, and he gets the pin! Time of the fall is 6 minutes, 25 seconds. We go to 174 pounds. Penn State's top-ranked Carter Starocci, 9-0 in the season. He has not yielded a takedown yet this season, taking on Ceasar Garza, true freshman for Michigan State out of Oakdale, California. Where he was a California State champ, and boy, Starocci was looking for a big throw. He just scrambles back in on the legs here and gets the takedown at the left edge of the mat. A 2-0 lead for Carter Starocci, and he works out on the right side. Starocci getting his second pin of the season and the 7th of his career Friday night in the dual meet victory over Michigan. Penn State defeating the Wolverines 30-8. And Starocci's fall over 30th ranked Max Mailer in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. One of many highlights in the Jordan Center duel this past Friday as Starocci goes to work out on the right side. Starocci again 9-0 in the season, now 46-2 in his collegiate career. 52-0 edge in takedowns over his opponents this season. He has 4 riding time points, has not given up a riding time point, and he has a 7-1 advantage in stall calls forced. He'll push Garza's head away here for the escape, and it's a 2-1 lead for Starocci. Tries to get in on a double leg and now is in on a head inside single on the right leg. Picks up on that right ankle, now works his way up the right leg and will slip behind Garza for his second takedown. It's a 4-1 lead for Starocci. Starocci riding a 37-bout win streak into this matchup with Garza. He's over a minute now in riding time advantage with 1:15 left to wrestle in the opening period is Carter Starocci. He'll cut Garza loose for the escape to make it a 4-2 lead. Both wrestlers hand fighting here. Now they'll break apart. Starocci lowers his level. 55 seconds left in the first. Starocci trying to work his way back in. Up under the left arm here. Can't quite get there. Still driving in. We got a stall warning issued against Garza as Starocci is keeping the pressure on. Starocci snaps down hard on the head here. Again, keeping the pressure on. 30 seconds left. Starocci pulls in on the head. Now dropping in on the left knee of Starocci is Garza. Starocci trying to get that knee free as he tries to circle out on the left side. He does get the knee free, and he does circle around on that left side for the takedown. It's a 6-2 lead for Starocci with 10 seconds left here in period one. Starocci coming up under the left arm. And Garza is bellied out as the period ends. 1:25 in riding time advantage for Carter Starocci, who leads at 6-2. Looking to add to a 21-3 lead in the dual meet for Penn State. And it'll be Starocci's choice to begin the second period. He'll take bottom. He's up and out for the escape. He immediately shoots back in here on the left leg and has the knee of Garza. He's trying to step behind now, picks up on that left leg, does step behind and finishes off the takedown. It's a 9-2 lead for Carter Starocci. Starocci with a good one-on-one out on the right wrist. Maintaining control here. Starocci trying to push down on the head. And Penn State fans, a couple yelling out for a stall call. Garza, I mean, Starocci just has them all tied up. He can't move right now. Starocci trying to readjust out on the right side here with a one-on-one. We have a minute remaining. We do get a stall call here against Garza. That's the second. And that'll be a point for Starocci. And the lead is 10-2. Starocci up to 2 minutes, 15 seconds and counting in riding time advantage. We have 45 seconds left to wrestle here in period two. Starocci looking for a one-on-one on that right wrist. Coming out on the right side here, and we're going to get another stall call here against Garza underneath. Another point for Starocci, and it's 11-2. Now Starocci trying the bow and arrow, loses the ankle. Under 20 seconds left here in the period. Starocci still working out on that right side. Down to 10 seconds left here in period two. Starocci is able to break Garza down. And again, Garza will finish the period on his belly. 11-2 the lead for Starocci, who has 3:02 in riding time advantage as we go to the third. So the riding time point is assured. It'll be Garza choosing neutral to start the third period. Starocci snapping down hard on the head, trying to get back in on the legs here. Garza fending him off. Starocci again snaps down on the head. Trying to work his way in with 1:40 remaining. Again, Starocci reaches out for the legs. Now trying to reach out was Garza, and Starocci just snaps down quickly, circles in the left side, gets the takedown, and cuts Garza loose for the escape. Back at it in the neutral position. 13-3 the lead for Starocci on the board. Again, the riding time point is assured, but with the potential for a technical fall, we won't factor it in just yet. But That point is secured, so it's really a 14-3 lead here for Starocci. 1:10 remaining in the third. Starocci trying to work back in here on Garza, reaches out for the leg, snaps down hard on the head, turns the corner out on the left side and gets another takedown. He'll push Garza away for the escape. 55 seconds left here in the third. He drops back in, does Starocci on the right leg, pounces behind and gets another takedown. And now he's going to clamp down on the head, and he catches the leg for a moment here. He's trying to take Garza over. Garza's caught, and now Starocci trying to readjust his position a little bit. He's going to get 4 near fall points here, so he will get the technical fall, but he wants to see if he can work into a pin, and he can't. And we'll get, well, I don't know why. We got 2 near fall points there. Still a 19-4 technical fall for Carter Starocci. And the time of the technical fall will be 6 minutes 39 seconds. 6:39. The time of the tech fall for Carter Starocci. 15 now in his collegiate career is Max Dean, winning the national title a year ago for the Nittany Lions. Before he won that national title, though, he lost a 3-2 decision in the dual meet at Michigan State to Caffey last season. So Caffey has that 3-2 victory over Dean under his belt. So this will be a big test here for Max Dean. Caffey tying up here with Dean near the center of the mat. Caffey 14-1 on the season, and reaches down here and snags the right ankle of Dean. Now gets behind, and Dean kicks free and turns in. Does not give up any points off of the initial exchange. 2 wrestlers tying up. Back again in the center of the mat. A lot of hand fighting. Caffey trying to lower his level. They continue to work toward the left side of the mat. Dean again now trying to shoot in as they go off that left edge. Back to the center, Chris Williams and Roger Chandler with some instructions for Caffey as he headed back to the center there. Two wrestlers tying up now as they work their way toward the left edge of the mat as we see it. Caffey and Dean continuing to tie up. Now it's Dean, and on a good single, he's got the right leg trying to reach across and drive through here. Caffey keeping the left leg away. Now Dean picking in up on that right ankle and trying to pull Caffey in toward the center a bit. They're at the left edge, and as he does, Caffey reaches down and grabs an ankle of Dean, and he trips Dean to the mat. Dean still has the ankle of Caffey. Now Dean picks that right ankle back up, and Dean works his way up the right leg. Still no score with a minute remaining in the opening period. Dean in good position here as he works his way up the right leg. Caffey with a whizzer, trying to fight it off. Now Dean swings him to the mat, and nope, they gave the takedown and then waved it off. And I think the fans don't like it, but I think that was the right call. And Dean is still working here. He still has that right ankle, and he has it up in the air. Caffey keeping the left leg away now, and Dean again will try to pull in on that ankle here at the edge of the mat. 30 seconds left. Now Dean loses the ankle, still pulling in on the head of Caffey, and we'll get a stalemate with 26 seconds left in the opening period. Dean takes a couple of deep breaths. You see he heads back to the center and waits for Caffey to follow. 26 seconds left in a scoreless opening period. Dean trying to lower his level here on the restart as they continue to work near the center of the mat. Dean works back in on a single leg again. He's got the right leg. 10 seconds to work with here. Tries to step behind Caffey. He is behind him, but he can't get the other leg yet. 3 seconds to go, and now Caffey gets the left leg away, squares up with Dean, and the period ends. You know, a lot of good things from Max Dean in the opening period, but no points. And we go to the second with Dean and Caffey scoreless. Battle of sixth-year seniors here. As Dean takes bottom to start the second. Dean to his feet. Caffey looks in around the waist, tries to swing Dean to the mat. Dean still working underneath. Caffey locks in on that left side. Caffey now gets both legs in for a moment. Now Dean picks up on the ankle, the left ankle of Caffey, and he turns in. He has the leg up again high in the air. Try to trip Caffey down to the mat. Now he drives in on the legs. Off the near side they go. Escape awarded to Max Dean. A 1-0 lead for Dean.
Get out there.
NCAA qualifier a year ago was Caffey. Tying up here now is Dean. He gets in with an underhook in on the right side. Trying to drive through here was Dean for a moment. Caffey now squaring up with him. Dean driving in on Caffey. There's a stall warning against Caffey. First warning. As Dean continues to drive in here, and he drops in on that right leg as they go off the left edge of the mat. 49 seconds left in period 2. Dean once back to the center. Caffey walks more slowly back to the center. 49 seconds left here in period 2. 1-0, Dean with the lead. Caffey drops in on a head inside single. He's got the left leg. Dean with heavy hips in good position to fight this off, and he does. Stalemate will give the wrestlers a fresh start. Jason Wedgbury, our official, gives a caution here to Caffey for not getting his right toe on the line. And now Dean shoots back in on that right leg. Is in deep again here. Caffey reaches down, gets the right ankle of Dean. Dean trying to settle in behind and through the legs. And he does. He gets the takedown awarded. Caffey still has a reverse grip on that knee. And now the hold is broken. And a stalemate call was made. That was a bizarre call. I think, I don't know. I think he just got a little mixed up, did the official. 3-0 the lead for Dean. Caffey gets to his feet here. 6 seconds left in the period. Caffey with a little shoulder roll, and dropping down on the left leg is Dean as the period ends. We'll go to the third. Max Dean leads at 3-0. 14 seconds of riding time advantage on the board for Caffey. Caffey, a 4-time NCAA qualifier for Michigan State. Gets himself set in the bottom position. Again, a 6th-year senior out of Carbondale, Illinois. Dean, a 6th-year senior out of Lowell, Michigan. Dean maintaining control here. He's out on the left side. Minute 40 remaining now in the third period. Dean has the riding time favor now in his favor as he picks up on the left leg of Caffey at the edge of the mat. Caffey was trying to get leverage to hike Dean up and over, and Dean just settled in nicely there. Now swings around out on the left side. Dean trying to drive Caffey forward. We have 1:15 remaining in the third period. Dean leads at 3-0. And Dean with legs in on the left side. Good cross-body ride as he comes up under the chin here on the near side of Caffey. Now reaching down for the ankle. Really driving forward here is Dean. Under a minute remaining. Dean over 50 seconds in riding time advantage now. as he continues to work out on the left side. Caffey trying to get back to his base, but Dean is really applying the pressure. Over a minute in riding time advantage for Max Dean, who leads at 3-0 as we go under 40 seconds left here in the third period. Caffey working from his knees. Penn State fans looking for another stall call against Caffey underneath. He does have one warning against him already in this bout. We'll get a stalemate, giving the wrestlers a fresh start with 21 seconds left in the third period. Caffey a little slow here to get back to the center of the mat. 21.4 seconds left in the third period. Max Dean leading 3-0 on the board. Riding time point now is short. Dean picks up on the left leg, and he'll bring Caffey back to the mat. Now Caffey trying to reach back through on the leg of Dean. Dean readjusting out on the right leg. Now lets the right leg go. Caffey comes out in front of Dean. Now Dean drops down on the right knee. He'll hang on to that as the third period ends. Max Dean wins it by decision 4-0. Caffey gives a little slap at Dean after the bout. And Max Dean gets his hand raised. 1:46 in riding time advantage for Max Dean in the 4-0 decision. It's PennStateWrestlingClub.org. That's PennStateWrestlingClub.org. And we are underway here at heavyweight. Greg Kerkvliet coming off his first loss of the season for Penn State, taking on Ryan Vasbinder. Vasbinder, is 14-8 on the season, and Kerkvliet gets in on a double and takes Vasbinder right to his back, and rolling through here is Vasbinder. So it's a 6-point throw and a 6-0 lead for Greg Kerkvliet, coming off the loss to Mason Paris on Friday night against Michigan. Escape here for Vasbinder, and it's a 6-1 lead. Now make it 8-1 as Kerkvliet quickly gets in behind Vasbinder and now goes to work out on the left side. Vasbinder weighing in at 221.2 pounds today. Kerkvliet tipped the scales at 252. 252 pounds even. Weigh-ins were at 12 noon today. Kerkvliet now coming up under the left arm, the half Nelson, and he's locked in through the midsection with his legs, and Vasbinder somehow battled his way out of that. Vasbinder is back to his chest for a moment. Now under the chin comes Kerkvliet with legs in on that left side. Kerkvliet readjusting here in the top position, up to 110 and counting, in riding time advantage is Kerkvliet. We have 1 minute left to wrestle here in the opening period, and Vasbinder gets his head out of there for the escape. Vasbinder tries to get in on a double leg. Kerkvliet sprawls back, snaps down on the head, circles in on the left side, and gets the takedown, his third of the opening period. And it is a 10-2 lead here for Greg Kerkvliet. And Kerkvliet trying to get that 2-on-1 tilt. Couldn't quite get it secured. Still working at the left edge of the mat here with that 2-on-1 as they go off the left edge of the mat. 23 seconds left here in the opening period. Kerkvliet leads it 10-2, 1:42 in riding time advantage for Kerkvliet as he'll set up in the top position on the right elbow. Vasbinder trying to keep his knees up under him. Kerkvliet with a 2-on-1 out on the right side. 10 seconds remaining in the opening period. Vasbinder Trying to roll out of there, and Kerkvliet staying up under the arms, and he lost him with a second left. Vasbinder gets the escape with a second remaining in the period. So we'll go to the second, a 10-3 lead for Greg Kerkvliet. And Vasbinder was over at the Michigan State corner, says, I'll go ahead and take top. So Vasbinder will see if he can get a good ride going here against the current #1 heavyweight in the country, but we're expecting Greg Kerkvliet to be #2 when the new rankings come out on Tuesday. Kerkvliet grabs the ankles, slips out of there for the escape, and now pushes in on Vasbinder at the far side of the mat. Kerkvliet leading 11-3. Penn State looking to put the finishing touches on the dual meet victory. 29-6 the lead. I think I was saying 30-6. My apologies. I was looking at the 4-0 score for Max Dean, and I think I was adding the 4 points there to the team score. It's 29-6 with that decision by Dean. Kerkvliet gets another takedown here. His lead is now 17-3. Get the escape here for Vasbinder. 17-4, and now Kerkvliet snaps out of the head. He was trying to throw Vasbinder, but Vasbinder gives up just the takedown, and that'll do it. It'll be a 19-4 technical fall in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. 4:14, the time of the tech fall for Greg Kerkvliet.